This is Sergio GPHC. As you've been kind of seeing, we're getting ready to go on a real field trip. I'm doing a little bit of traveling. I'm going up to Seattle to go check out some hat stores. I might check out some Goodwills. We'll see. I got a game planned, so stay tuned so you can kind of see what kind of game we're going to go to. As a simple rule, as I say, as a real hat collector, whenever I go on a trip, I don't need to bring a case of hats. I go with 1 or 2 hats. I currently have 3 hats. I'm wearing a Volcom stretch fit right here hat, and I know some people are going to say, and then I have 2 fitted hats in my bag, and that's all I need, because you just go to the store and get a new hat from the area you're going to go. You don't need to bring some of your older stuff from the house. You go to the area, find some cooler hats from that local area, and there you go. You don't need to bring a freaking 12-pack of hats. No, the idea is you bring an empty case or an empty bag and you fill it up while you're there. So we got a long journey ahead. It's about a 12-hour trip to Seattle, Washington, just to get to the location we're going to go. But like I said, we're going to make some stops along the way, either today or we're going to start running around tomorrow. We'll see how that goes, because where we'll be going will be tomorrow evening. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So without further ado, let's get on with this journey. It's going to be a long drive. It's going to be a fun drive. So let's go.
Wishing you a successful hunt, good times, and prayers for rain. Headliners Plus, Fort Smith, Costa, Eureka.
Community Health Mart Pharmacies go above and beyond with a large chain stores can offer. Armstrong, Alco Pharmacy, and Reed's Fortune Health Mart are your...
So I drove almost about 600 miles today, so I am about 60 miles, I want to say, north of Portland. So basically I'm almost to Portland. So if I was coming from Portland, I'd be going south. So I'm 60 miles south of Portland, I guess. So however that goes. Anyways, I'm almost to Portland, and I still got about 4 hours to go, but I figured it's a good time to take a break. I know you could probably barely see me, but I'm gonna take a little nap. I got my little setup here. I'll show you in the morning. I got some beef jerky. I know you can't even see it, but yeah, breakfast of champions, dinner of champions, and stay tuned to the travel video. I will show you my setup in the morning when I get some lights here. I can't even turn on the car light, so yeah, and I don't feel like moving to go get the keys and fumble around. Anyways, so stay tuned. I got some good stuff going. It's been a long day driving wise. Hasn't been a bad drive. It's just, it's a long drive. Normal driving to Seattle from where I live is 12 hours straight. No stopping, no anything. So with stopping everything, you're probably looking at a good, probably close to 16 hours, because I've already done about 600 miles and I'm about maybe 200 roughly, 250 roughly to Seattle still to go. So yeah, hopefully it won't take me too much longer tomorrow, but by the time I wake up in the morning, by the time I get closer to Seattle, some of the stores that I'm going to try to hit up, some of the lids, or hopefully maybe some of the minor league team stores might be open up. I could go check to see if they got some of the marbles in. I know they got the marbles. It's just a matter if the team stores are opened, because I'm not 100% sure. So stay tuned. Good night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Can't really tell, but what I did was I brought our dog bed that we never actually used. It's a long story. Anyway, so we never used it, so I figured I'd bring it, and it's a couple inches padding. And then from my last trip, I have these like 2 little egg crates I bought, and I laid those down, and I got 3 blankets because it is cold, and a couple pillows, and it actually worked out pretty good for sleeping. Actually very comfortable. At times it was a little cold on the feet, but other than that, I was actually pretty warm, so it worked out pretty well. And then I just kind of threw everything in the front, and we are going to get started here in just a couple minutes. We still got a couple hours to get to Seattle for tonight's game, so let's go. way to Seattle, and as you can see, it is very cold over here. Ice on the ground / snow, and it's cold. It's 35 degrees if you guys can see it, but I don't have no chains because, you know, from where I'm from, we don't get this kind of weather per se, except for in the mountains. So it's very cold over here, and if you guys know anything about me, I don't like cold weather, but it's okay. But it's still nice to look at once in a while, considering I don't see it all the time. So I thought I would show this to you. We are about 124 miles outside of Seattle. So here we go. We're gonna continue to make it, and we should be to Tacoma in about an hour and a half, because that's right before Seattle. But it's actually very nice views over here. So let's continue driving, stay safe, and we'll be there shortly. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, who cares? It's just snow. But you know, as somebody who doesn't get to play with snow that much, this is yeah, kind of cool. I don't know. I don't really get to touch snow, so I thought it'd be fun to just grab it a little bit, feel it in the hands. Yes, there's some leaves in there, but anyways, a lot of snow over here. Okay, we're almost there. We're about 50 miles, give or take, from Seattle, so I figured I'd stop here at Starbucks and get a coffee and just play with the snow. All right, see you in a minute.